Hey yogis, welcome to my channel. Today we're just going to do a quick morning stretch to get rid of all the aches and pains that you may have developed overnight with sleeping. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like to you. Lengthen your spine, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Start with the chin parallel to the floor. Let's start with a little neck release. Dropping your left ear to the left shoulder, stretching through the right side of your neck. You might want to bring the left hand to the top of your head just to pull your ear more away from your shoulder. If you would like to go further, you can crawl your right fingertips out to the side. Just take 3 to 5 breaths here, allowing your jaw to soften. Connecting with your breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Lift the head back to center. Let's switch sides, dropping your right ear to the right shoulder. You can use your right hand to pull the ear further away from the shoulder, crawling your left fingertips out, breathing into the length of your neck. Again, allowing your jaw to relax, connecting to the breath. Maybe asking yourself what kind of energy you would like to cultivate within your body for the day ahead. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Coming back up to center. Coming into a tabletop position on hands and knees. Spreading fingertips nice and wide like starfish. Knees under our hips. Beautiful. Cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the chest bone. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the navel, lift the gaze, lift the chest bone. Exhale, round the spine to the ceiling, navel to spine, chin to chest. Flow 2 more times in between those 2 poses. Beautiful. Coming back to our tabletop position. Extend your right leg out to the side so your ankle, your knee, and your hip are all in one long line. Reaching your left arm up all the way to the sky. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath you, bringing your shoulder and ear to the floor. If it's within grabbing distance, you can catch a hold of your big right toe with your 2 peace fingers. Your right hand can push into the floor, or you can rest your right hand on your low back. This is thread the needle, but with a gate pose variation. Make sure your neck is nice and relaxed here. Beautiful. Bring your right hand back down to the floor if it was behind your low back. Push into the right hand, come all the way back up. Before we go to the other side, lift your right leg and cross your right foot all the way over as far to the left as you can. Start to look over your left shoulder and push into your right hip. So we're feeling a beautiful side body stretch here. Coming back to center, step your right foot forward to the outer edge of your right hand, to the top of the mat. So both palms are on the inside of the right foot. If you need padding for your left knee, you may. Double up on your mat. Really think of lifting the heart up, dropping the hips down, and beautiful hip stretch. Breathing, sending breath down below the navel. Beautiful. Let's tuck our back toes under. Lift the back knee off the mat. Keep the left hand planted. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Easy twist here. Maybe looking up if it feels okay on your neck. Right hand back down to the floor. Find your first downward facing dog. First thing in the morning, it might feel a little bit better to have your feet wide. Walking out your dog here. Breathing into the stretch in the back of your legs. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Let's bring the knees back down to the ground, tabletop pose, onto your hands and knees. Finding our thread the needle gate pose variation on the other side. Extending your left leg out long. Align your hip, knee, and ankle in one long line. Grounding all four corners of your left foot to the floor. Opening to a twist, right arm up. Threading under, right shoulder to the floor, right ear to the ground. If you would like to come up onto your left fingertips, you may. You may bring your left hand to your low back if you'd like. Just finding a beautiful variation that works for you. Thread the needle with gate pose. It's such a beautiful pose to do in the morning. One more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Left hand can come back down to the floor. Release. Lift yourself back up. Before we go into the lunging pose, let's lift the left foot, cross it back over, all the way to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Nice side body stretch on the left side. Beautiful. Step your left foot forward to the top of the mat, to the outer edge of the left hand. Beautiful. Our knee is aligned over top of the ankle. Lifting the head up, lifting our heart, pressing our hips forward and down. Getting some nice stretching through the right hip flexors or the quads. Beautiful. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat. Ground your right hand and right palm to the mat. Lift your left fingers all the way up to the ceiling. You may look up if it feels okay on your neck. So we're here in a low lunge twist. Beautiful. Placing your left hand back down, and we're coming into our second downward facing dog. Walking your dog out, paddling the feet. Breathing into the stretch in the backs of your legs. Making sure your neck is nice and loose here. Beautiful. Let's walk our hands to the back of the mat now for a ragdoll fold. Let's have our knees bent extremely generous. This is our first forward fold of the morning. You can hold opposite elbows and sway a little bit side to side, ragdoll position. And especially if this is first thing in the morning, your hamstrings are probably very tight, so please don't try to lock your knees. Keep them extremely bent here. Beautiful. Fingertips down to the floor. Bring your heels in, toes out, bend your knees, drop your hips to the floor. Malasana. You can keep your hands and fingertips to the ground, considering this is the first thing in the morning. Beautiful. Breathing into your hips, setting the intention for the day ahead. Maybe it's I am grounded. Beautiful. Let's release into a plank pose, walking your hands forward. Strong through our core here, drawing shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, lower down, knees first. Our chest second and hips last, all the way down to the floor. From here, slide your forearms out in front of you, coming into a Sphinx pose, pointing the toes back. Our elbows are directly underneath our shoulders. We're lifting the gaze and making an effort to lift the chest bone up to what we see. Beautiful way to start your day with a heart wide open. Lifting up a little higher. Big breath into the heart here. Good. Exhale, release. Let's press into a wide-legged child's pose. So we're sending our knees out to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes to touch in the back. Releasing our hips back towards the heels. Walking our hands forward in front of us, and we're folding down. Just take some long, slow, deep breaths in this child's pose, surrendering here. . Beautiful. Walk the hands in, lifting your chest, bringing your knees back together. Go ahead and just take a comfortable seat, either kneeling or seated cross-legged. Close your eyes here. Just begin to witness how you feel now as opposed to when we first started on our mat this morning. It's amazing how when we take 10 minutes for ourselves, it can make such a big difference. And with this space that we have cultivated, set your intention for the rest of the day. Beautiful, bringing your hands together at the center of the heart. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for practicing. I'm super excited that you're here, and it's so amazing that we can practice even from a distance. I am so grateful again for you taking time out of your day for yourself. If you did like this video, please hit the subscribe button down below and the like button. Again, the subscribe button is free to you, and it really helps my channel. It helps me get more publicized and reach more beautiful people like you. Have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, yogis.